Hi, welcome back to Margaret Country Crafts and Miniatures. My name is Catherine, and I know I say this a lot, but I'm back with another video, and I hope you're really gonna enjoy this one. This one is 6 DIY spring crafts and decor. That's right, I'm just doing a little bit of decor crafts for spring. Getting into the first one, we're going to do some miniature spring frames. Now, these miniature spring frames, they came from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has these little wooden miniature frames, wood frames. And we're going to see what we can do with them. And I'm just going to use some popsicle sticks as well, and possibly some wood planks that Dollar Tree has too. Planks or plaques? Maybe they're plaques. So I chose this wooden frame, this ornate looking wooden frame, and I'm just going to take one of my popsicle sticks. I'd say these are maybe like an inch or a half-inch wide popsicle sticks. And I'm just gonna take the popsicle stick and measure out roughly of where the window part of the frame is. And this is very rough, and I'm using a Sharpie just to make little markings on the popsicle stick. And I'm just going to duplicate it on multiple popsicle sticks because we will need 4 of them. And I'm going to take my little mini electric saw. This thing's great for just little mini products, just to cut little mini wooden pieces. Of course, being very mindful and very careful to keep your fingers away from the saw. Obviously, you want to take precautions like wearing glasses and even gloves. I should probably get some gloves too, some cut-resistant gloves. But I'm just going to cut all of the popsicle sticks where my markings were. And then I'm going to take my 4 cut popsicle sticks, and I'm gonna roughly glue them together into a box form. I think you can see what I'm doing here. I'm trying to create some depth in this wooden frame. And I'm gonna glue down my popsicle stick box onto the back of this ornate Dollar Tree frame. My measurements were very rough, and when I say rough, I mean like they were off. So I had to do a little maneuvering to get it to fit exactly with the frame. And onto the paint. We're going to use this turquoise metallic paint. And I'm just going to give it a coat all over. I do like the wood texture that shows through the paint, so I left it with just 1 coat of paint. And my favorite folk art gold paint. I love this paint. It's just a really nice gold, and it's very pigmented, and I love putting it on anything. I feel like it elevates a project. So I'm just going to use some gold paint around the edges of the frame to give it a real antique look. And I'm just using my fingers to just smooth it out a little bit so that the lines aren't so harsh. And now we need a backing for this frame. So I have this blue craft material, just material from Dollar Tree. And I think this would be a really good backing for our frame. And I'm just gonna hot glue it down right onto the material. I think this is like a cotton material. It's not silk, it's not felt. I think it's just a simple cotton fabric swatch from Dollar Tree. And I'm just gonna make sure it's glued down and cut off all the excess. And I have this little miniature birdhouse with a bird sitting on top of it. This is from Michael's Craft Store, their little miniature spring collection. I actually had bought it for my miniature Easter DIY, and I have these great shiny metallic beads that I got from Dollar Tree in all these different colors, like blue and pink, and some are more just like black and white and silver. And I think these would be really nice embellishments on the frame. I love this purple butterfly one. The purple butterfly I'm gonna put right on the side there. And there was also a little moon one as well. These are beads. They are meant for making jewelry and such, but they were such unique shapes, and you couldn't really tell where the hole was for making the jewelry, which I think makes it great as an embellishment on these DIY projects. And just a bow at the top too. And we have our very first Dollar Tree frame. But I'm gonna make another one. I'm gonna make another one with another ornate looking wood frame from Dollar Tree. And we're just gonna go through the same process, but this time I'm gonna use a little bit thicker, a little wider of popsicle sticks. And I made my rough measurements, and I'm kind of just cutting them out and making sure that they fit. This one I might have made them a little bit too big. See, so the first one I made them a little too small for the box, and then this one I made them a little too big, but that's okay. It ended up working. We have a nice depth, and I'm gonna paint this one a really nice plum, would you call it plum? Maybe plum color, a really nice purple plum color. And again, I'm just going with one coat because we want that wood texture to still show through. And I'm just making sure that I paint every inch of the piece, because it is going to be a 3-dimensional piece that you'll see something inside of it. So I want it to all have the same color. And back with the gold paint, my favorite gold paint. As I said, I'm gonna just outline the frame with the gold paint. This frame's a different shape. It obviously has a circle window, which I think is really nice looking, especially with the gold paint outlining it. So I have this purple fur fabric from Dollar Tree, and I'm just gonna put some hot glue down where I marked the frame, and I'm gonna glue it down onto the fur so we have a nice furry little luxe background to this frame. And cut down the excess. Back with my mini table saw, I'm just going to cut down a little Jenga block so that I can have a small piece to fit inside the frame. And I'm going to paint it the same purple color so it all blends in. And I have this little mini pink watering can that's also from Michael's Craft Store, their little spring collection of miniatures. And I'm just going to hot glue it down onto that little wood block, because I wanted it elevated up a little bit. I didn't want it to be flush with the bottom of it. I wanted it to be on display in the frame. And back with those metallic shiny beads, which are great for embellishments. I tested it out with like a bow and some of the flowers. I decided to go with these pink flowers that are like pink and white metallic. And I thought it'd be pretty to have one in each corner. And I'm just gonna hot glue them down in each corner. And there we have our second Dollar Tree ornate frame, miniature frame, with a little miniature watering can inside. So there we have our two frames side by side. You can see the turquoise one. We went with some more embellishments and the watering can. And I just hot glued some jute string onto it so I could hang it up on a wall, and you have this little miniature frame detail. Now on to our next craft project, our mini Easter basket. So I know I said these were spring DIYs, and they still are. Easter is in spring, is it not? So I'm going to take this wooden fence piece from Dollar Tree and this little wicker basket that I found at my local vintage market. I actually showed this quite a few months ago in my vintage thrifting for miniatures video. I'll make sure to link that so you can see it, where I found this little miniature wicker basket. But I'm going to take one of these Dollar Tree wooden plaques and I'm just going to cut it down. I want it to fit with the fence piece. And I have these wooden Jenga blocks. I just need to create a little bit of depth. If you're liking this video, please like it. If you would like to subscribe, I would love that. Please subscribe. And please turn on the bell notification so you know when I upload. And that creates a really good platform to put my wooden plaque with the fence piece, because we want a base for the fence. Something that we can place the wicker basket on top of. And I have this faux grass, which I used in my Easter diorama. I'll also link that because that was a passion project. I've done it for Christmas, fall, and I wanted to do one for Easter, where I just use a whole bunch of miniatures and create a little diorama. And I'm just going to use some of that grass to place it down there, and testing out how the wicker basket will sit on it. And I'm not gonna glue down the grass just yet. It stays in place pretty well as it is, but I'm just gonna remove it for the time being. And I have these little wooden cutouts that look pretty ornate from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use one of my Chalk Couture stencils. This one is a little square one that says fresh eggs, 25 cents I think it said. And I'm going to paint the plaque brown, just a simple brown color. And with the same brown paint, I'm going to paint the fence posts very lightly. I'm just brushing it over very roughly because I want the two tones of wood to come through. I want the light wood tone, but I also want that dark brown paint as well. And yep, it does say 25 cents. So the fresh eggs, I'm gonna put that little stencil on top of the brown little wood cutout piece. And I'm gonna take some white chalk paste and I'm just gonna squeegee it on top of the stencil. It's a silk screen stencil and they are washable. And there we go. We do have a little bit of roughness. Maybe I didn't squeegee it hard enough. But all in all, I like how it looks. I'm just going to use the same paste just to make a little white border around the entire sign with using my fingers. And this is going to go on our fence post right beside the basket. And I'm going to glue down the wooden sign just on top of a Jenga block so we create a little bit of depth. And I'm going to put the grass back and I'm going to sit my wicker basket on top of it. And there we have the gist of the craft. And I put some chocolate eggs inside of the basket and this little miniature white duck that I got from Michael's craft store. Left over again from my Easter diorama, and I just put it next to the basket, and I think this is a really cute little Easter display to put some little treats out. Next up is mini spring buckets. I have these little mini galvanized, maybe not galvanized, metal tin little buckets from Dollarama. And I'm taking more of that faux grass that I have. I have tons of it from this Easter diorama that I did. And I'm just gonna piece together a little flower arrangement. And I'm using a ton of fake flowers that I have from Dollar Tree that I've collected over time. And these little miniature white eggs that I have. And I have these yellow foam flowers. I believe I got these from, I think, a convenience store or some kind of dollar store. Or, oh wait, actually it was Michael's craft store. I got them on sale, I believe, but they're little mini floral, they're little mini foam flowers. And I'm just gonna place them in the little bucket with some little eggs as well. And for the very third and final one, I'm cutting more stems, more flower pieces, and sticking them in. This one's really simple. I know this is a simple one, but this is also a really good spring DIY. It's small. It's a really nice decor piece to liven up the spring spring decor in your house, in your home. And there we have the 3 of them all together. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This was a fun one to do. Lots of spring DIYs that I hope you really enjoyed and maybe you'll try out yourself. Comment down below which one was your favorite, and make sure to watch the other videos that I mentioned. I did just release an Avon miniatures video. You might want to check that out. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.